What's up, YouTube? Okay, if you were at my live stream yesterday, this was probably the best battle that was on there the whole time, and this was awesome. Not only was this a really good battle, it was incredibly funny at the same time. So, question of the day for this video is, since we've got two Reggies there, what is your favorite Reggie? Mine is Regigigas and Regiice, are pretty close between those two. So leave a comment in the comment section if you've had any funny battling experiences. Leave them in the comment section as well. If you've got any sets you'd like me to try out, anything, please leave them below as well. That'd be awesome. If you want to click like on this video, please do that as well, because it was a bloody fantastic battle and it was funny as well. Go ahead and share it if you like. Let's get to this one. Okay, so we got a multi-battle here. This was the last battle on the stream, so it's going to be a pretty interesting one. Went for a good, amount of time as well for multi-battle. I think it expanded, went for 20 turns. Okay, let's get this one going. So, I'm not sure why that Crobat's called Mandibuzz, but I'll go with it anyway. So, we've got a double Regigigas lead here. Our aim here was to try and get Rivar slow start, so we could both get it going and get some massive attack and speed boost. Okay, anyway, so Crobat's going to set up Rain. Wasn't too sure what was going on with that. So I was thinking, well, maybe that Kingdra is going to be coming in later on or so. So Mario's just going to set up the Stealth Rocks there. And Reginald's just going to go straight for the Drain Punch. That's going to be some nice damage against... sorry, Mr. Starch. I just go straight for T-Wave against him as well, because... I sort of want to get our little strategy going so we can do a bit of stalling just for 5 turns to get rid of that annoying slow start and buff our attacks up tenfold. Alright, so Crobat's just going to U-turn out there and do a little bit of damage to me. Crit definitely mattered there, doing loads of damage. Now, I was expecting maybe Kingdra to come in here, and I don't know, but out comes Calamari. So I was really quite scared of this because I know what this thing's capable of with Superpower. And we're definitely both weak to it. So anyway, Owen's going to confuse Ray Malamar, and I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave. So perfect team strategy there without even talking. How good was that? So Parafusion, Malamar, and Regigigas, little combo there, works pretty nicely. Okay, so our idea here was to just Parafusion both of them and get our stats at max, then try and do some crazy damage, I guess. Right. Now, I believe, yes, I had return on this guy. It doesn't do a hell of a lot, obviously, because... oh my god, did you see that awesome damage there again for the second time? Okay, now, I'm pretty sure that Regigigas on the right has max happiness and it's using frustration, so no wonder it did so much damage. I think he actually made an error... not saving his game before giving it return, so that's quite funny. Anyway, so this was a really stally part because we were all actually paralyzed at this point. So Drain Punch was actually doing more than frustration. That was sort of our best bet against Malamar at this point in the stage, because this thing is crazy strong. We're lucky to get another little confusion hacks there, which is awesome. I get paralyzed here. I actually got paralyzed so much in this battle, it was incredibly lucky. Sarcastic face. Right, now, we've all got, I believe, Reginald and Regiroll both have leftovers as well as Mario. So, anyway, we really need to get rid of Malamar because it's really strong against us. Unfortunately, it snaps out of confusion, gets past that. Superpowers Regiroll, that does loads of damage to me. The next one's going to get very close to killing me. Gets an attack and defense raise, making it hard to kill. I get paralyzed again. I think that's 2 in a row now. Mr. Starch is going to paralyze the other Regigigas, so we are all paralyzed now. So it's a wonderful battle. Okay, here I wanted to. We really were just going to target Malamar now and just sort of leave Protobass alone, but he was getting quite annoying with paralyzing everyone. Okay, anyway, so Drain Punch again on Malamar. Does a little bit of damage, I guess. I get paralyzed again for the 3rd time in a row. I was like, for fuck's sake. Sorry, I think that was the 4th time. No, I think that was the 4th time in a row I got paralyzed. Well, let me just see. I may have been counting a little bit incorrectly here, but don't Don't hold me on that one. Yes, it was. I was counting a little bit incorrectly. So that's the 4th time in a row. Sorry, that's the 4th time in a row I get paralyzed there. So I haven't attacked for 4 fucking turns. I mean, come on. Superpower is going to take me out nearly. I know, just live with 80 health, which is sweet. Malamar gets another attack and defense buff there, and Mr. Starch is going to go Power Gem and take me out with a crit. So 4 power hacks in a row, just to top it off, you know, just to throw a crit right at me. Thank you very much. I love that so much. Okay, so I'm not having the greatest luck at the moment, but it's cool. I had Avocado, and it was about time to get rid of this Malamar too, because yeah, it's going to probably destroy the other Regigigas. So straight for the Retaliate, and that's Calamari gone, thank God. That thing's a bloody nightmare. Okay. Now, Reginald gets paralysed, unfortunately, so he can't use Drain Punch on Mr. Starch. Mr. Starch is going to use Power Gem on me. It doesn't do too much damage there. It's mainly sort of just bulky. Okay, so the rain clears up there, so that Kingdra won't have like Swift Swim or whatever, and the rain boost as well for its water type moves. Now, out comes the Crobat. I think it's going to try and set that up again and sort of prepare that for later on in the battle. So it does set the rain up, which is saw that sort of one coming. Now, I've got my Truant here, so I can't actually attack this turn. Reginald is going to use Ice Punch here and gets a fucking Freeze Sacks again. This thing always gets Freeze Sacks. It's incredible. Okay, so I'm going to get paralysed again. So my whole team has been fucking paralysed so far. It's been so much fun. Now, I believe I went for a Retaliate here against Crobat, and that takes the Frozen Crobat out. It's just so stiff in the air, it's not even flying. How is it keeping afloat being frozen like that? Okay, anyway, so Regigigas is going to hit, and damn, it doesn't actually quite take it out there, but it does. Mr. Starch does get paralysed there, so that's all good. We can probably take it out the next turn. Now, this is where things started to get really freaking crazy. So out comes the Kingdra. It's going to go for a Focus Energy. Straight away, it's going to be one of those crazy sniper ones in the rain. Oh my goodness. Reginald gets paralysed there. I'm on Truant, so I can't do anything. Mr. Starch is just going to go for another Power Gem against Regigigas. Doesn't do like a hell of a lot of damage. Lefties is pretty much going to heal most of that back, which is cool. Now, Kingdra is definitely, obviously, the fastest Pokemon on the field because we are all paralysed, and it's in the rain, Swift Swim, and it goes straight for a Surf. So sort of sacrificing Probopass there, but it was a sort of pretty good idea because it did like heavy damage to Wash. That would have been outsped anyway. So Probopass goes down there. I go down to a crit. Another crit on Reginald, and it was a crit on his own partner too. So crits everywhere with that. Reginald gets paralysed again, so much power hacks going on in this battle, it's incredible. Now, I had one poke left here, I had my Tangela. There was nothing I could really sort of do here. I just wanted to get some damage on Kingdra. That was sort of my best bet. So out comes Go Muck Yourself. I was pretty worried about him too because those poison moves. Draco Meteor actually misses Regigigas, which is awesome, so he can get some like more survivability. I get a nice Giga Drain off there, doing nearly half of Kingdra's health, which is good. Muck Yourself is going to use Power Up Punch on Regigigas. It's going to get like an attack buff there. I was like, oh crap, if this thing has Gunk Shot, I'm wasted. So another Ice Punch there, going for that another Freeze Hacks. Doesn't get it, unfortunately. That solid 10% chance. Now, here I believe I went for another Giga Drain to try and get rid of this Kingdra. Goes for a Surf, sacrifices like that whole entire field. Muck just lives by the skin of his teeth. He doesn't have any teeth. Reginald goes down to a crit, and I just live there, and I get the Giga Drain off, and that actually takes the Kingdra out, which is so good, as we would have been like, we would have been up shit creek without a paddle, definitely. Now, that's down, and Muck is going to use Gunk Shot against me. That's a +1, and that's going to destroy me. So that's my team pretty much out, but I've got to just rely on my partner now to just get through this battle. I think it was a 1v1 now. So Stick It In comes out. He's going to stick it in and go straight for Retaliate, I believe. We need to get rid of this thing. We need to get rid of this thing. So I did stick it in. Say that he stuck it in. So that's Muck Yourself down. He couldn't really do anything there. Priority Shadow Sneak wouldn't have obviously worked because of the normal type. Now out comes Alakazam. This thing was a real freaking worry because I thought, oh, Focus Blast. I'm just going to swap out his Regigigas, obviously, because it's on Truant, into Calypso here. Now, Calypso is pretty much just going to be like a human meat shield, and it turns out it's a Mega Alakazam. Oh my god, this thing's got like incredible special attack, so it's going to be a very close one here. So it's going to trace Regenerate. It could have traced Slaking's Truant, but we thought it'd be better to, obviously it'd be better to swap it out, so so we can bring it sort of back in later on. So it actually lives that Psychic, which is crazy. Protect isn't going to do too much, sort of just stalling out the inevitable, that sort of way. Now, Alakazam is just going to use Psychic again. That's going to take Tangela out. So we're down to one Pokemon each. There's the Mega Alakazam, and we've got Stickadin left, and that's pretty much it on our side of the field. Okay, so Stickadin's going to take a little bit of health damage from Stealth Rocks, and Alakazam is just going to go for the 100% accuracy Psychic. Stickadin just lives with 14 health and goes straight for the Retaliate there, and that is Mega Alakazam gone. He just got stuck in again. And that's down. Oh, he just dropped his spoons too. But wow, that was a really, really close battle, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was crazy. And some really funny moments in there as well. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and share it around, give it a favourite. If you have any Pokemon you'd like me to try out, write them in the comment section. If you have a favourite Regi as well, leave that there. Thanks to all the people who actually participated in this multi-battle. If you guys have a YouTube account, make sure you leave a comment as well so I know who you are. And as usual guys, thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. Peace out.